Chegou a melhor parte do podcast. É hora de provar a melhor Coca-Cola. A Coca-Cola sem açúcar. O sabor irresistível da Coca-Cola, sem açúcar e igualmente refrescante. Coca-Cola sem açúcar. A melhor escolha.
Okay, and I really do want to try this thing. While it's still new and still in development, I do want to say there is a website that I did put my state podcast and stuff on. When if you're a podcaster too, I would say, why don't you try it? It is called Verbal. While I know it's new and it's, still in the works, they say they're updating it and they're going to work on it to make it a better platform for creators and for listeners. It's called Verbal. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I just kind of want to put that out there in the beginning of this video. Seriously, hey. I've been running back to back verses, so I wanted to try this and tell y'all, wow, there's a new thing called Verbally. VURBL. Just type it in the search bar. It should come up. It's for audio. It's for listeners, people that want to do anything. If you want to have your own show on Verbally, I'd say try it, They do audio books, they do speeches. You can do whatever you want to do and make it into your own type of thing. Make it if you want to do true crime, you can do that too. Honestly, if you just want to make it and, kind of, it's not, but you can't really make podcasts on it. You can distribute it, make playlists, make stations, stuff like that, and listen to stuff. So it's almost like Spotify. However, they're still working on it. If you want to listen to real people and broadcast your voice to more places, I would definitely give them a try. I definitely would. I'm not saying that it's perfect. No, I'm not saying that. But it's still in beta form. I would say try it. And if you like it, hey, you just go ahead and try it. Just gonna say that. I hope you enjoy the rest of this podcast, though, for real, though. Well, this year, today we'll be talking about, the Weeknd and Bryson Tiller. Okay. Well, there have been amazing albums through the years. Honestly, amazing albums through the years. We've had music like Trap Soul. We've had music like True to Self. We recently had Anniversary and After Hours. And while one of these people, they're definitely going pop, right? One of these artists that I decided to match up in the verses has obviously gone pop. So, I decided to do it this way. There will be two artists I'm talking about. The first artist I'm talking about, well, actually, they're actually both kings in their own fields. And I'm talking about Bryson Tiller, and I'm talking about The Weeknd. Now, when we go to Bryson and his catalog, if we don't count Killer Instinct being his mixtape, right? We don't count that. We count stuff you can find off of iTunes and stuff that people have listened to. Well, clearly the first one would be Trap Soul. The clearly acclaimed Trap Soul. The Mixed Opinions, True to Self. And the recently released 2020. The recently released 2020 anniversary album, which I will say, after a while of singles like Canceled, Blame, I do understand why they came out this way. Like Anniversary, we should also be getting an Anniversary Deluxe later, as we did get the Trap Soul Deluxe in 2020. So, with all of this being said, I'll definitely do a podcast. I'll definitely do a thing to go into the Deluxe, because I'm expecting a lot from the Deluxe. However, on the flip side, we have The Weeknd. While The Weeknd isn't really shorts on albums, like Behind the Madness, House of Balloons, or House of Silence. We have Starboy. We have Starboy behind After Hours. After Hours of the Deluxe. Well, I'm not gonna count the deluxe because we haven't got the anniversary deluxe, but and then Kissland. Just start off, and I know he dropped a highlight. He dropped the highlights of his songs earlier today, but I had this list before the actual highlights officially dropped. However, I do want to put a huge disclaimer that I am not, and I repeat, I am not part of either the OVO camp or Bryson Tiller's camp. I'm not part of the Weeknd's camp or Bryson Tiller camp. Just kind of want to put that out there. I'm just covering my personal opinions on their music and see where they landed me, right? So these are basically all my opinions. Okay, so what I will not be counting, what I won't be counting is Take Care. Because there's a rumor that the Weeknd gave Take Care to Drake. So I'm not going to count that, even though I do like the Take Care album and I do love Crew Love. However, I cannot count what was on the Trap Soul Loaded Deluxe, and it's called Last Blood. But I think on the original version it's called Rambo, and I think this is just Rambo the remix. Now that I got all that out the way, let's get into it. So these matchups are I want to say weird, but I think I was trying to find the perfect matchup for these songs, and it was hard to find them. So I got SnowChild from the Weeknd, and We Know Best. I give it to SnowChild, right? I just like the way it sounds. I listen back to both these songs, and I think that We Know Better does. It plays better in the car, but if you want to listen to yourself when you're alone, I think SnowChild just it relates more to me better. Escape from LA or Forever, However Long. However Long is a very close song to me. And so I did pick for however long, just because it's catchy. It's definitely catchy with the beats. Now this will be one of the weird mix-ups I was talking about. Hardest to Love, Been That Way. While they both relate to kind of being hard to love, because either you've been that way, the way you are now for so long, or hardest to love because it's just hard for people to love you and for you to love them. That's up to your interpretation, but I have to give it to Hardest to Love. It's Heartless or Sorry Not Sorry. Now, in my opinion, I was really worrying about, would I put sorry for no sorry, sorry not sorry for, and then, or do I put the sequence for Heartless? And I came to an overall decision that I'm putting Sorry Not Sorry with Heartless from the Weeknd, not Kanye. I want to put that out because I know Kanye does have a song called Heartless, and this is no relation. But Sorry Not Sorry wins this for me because, sorry for sorry. When you play it back you can play it back now. Well, I know Heartless came out less than a year ago. You play Sorry No Sorry, I'm definitely not skipping that. While Heartless I like, but it does. You can skip it sometimes, depending on where the order is shuffled, or you just play it straight through the album. Now, the two greatest, this is probably the one song that I tie. It is Reminder and Cancelled. So Cancelled was a single Bryson Tiller put out. He put it out there as like one that he put out there with Blame. Which I think Blame came out in 2019. Yeah, Blame came out in 2019 and Cancel came out in 2018. I know between the two, Blame and Cancel, they're old. I am fully aware of that. But I do think overall, I do have to go Canceled, and Cancel versus Reminder. It's a tie for me. I just can't. I can't pick between those two, because Reminder, you play it as like da da da. I'm just a and then you play Cancel. They're both catchy songs. They both have a beat, and they're both genuinely true. Now it's Missed You and Before You Judge Me. And ironically, Before You Judge Me is a song that I don't think gets enough attention, because it is a slower paced song. However, when you hear it, it's like check yourself, and it's just, it's catchy, because you hear it on the bass, and then it catch, and then you hear the Weeknd kind of almost in a pop song for Missed You, which I don't like. I don't hate the Weeknd going pop, but I do like Way Too song sets. I do believe when you go check, it's more of a vibe. Now, these artists are no shame, have both done features with Drake. Now, I said I wasn't gonna do Take Care, but I did Take Care. I did Crew Love and Out of Time. And I gotta give it to Crew Love, honestly. Versus Out of Time. And I think Out of Time right now, it hasn't had enough time to settle with me. But Crew Love is loving the crew. Yeah, it's a better vibe to it. While you have Out of Time, which like a weird, like we had time to work on a relationship, and we didn't, and that's fine. Now we're gonna go through these top charted songs from both artists. I'm gonna kind of break it down. Blinding Lights versus Don't. And I'm gonna be a little bit biased here. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for Don't just hypes Don't up more to me than Blinding Lights. And I know there are two different time periods, but I want to do it that way. However, this next one is between Often and Wild Thoughts. Now, putting beside that Wild Thoughts, I don't know. If you look at the credits, it does say Party wrote and Bryson wrote. So I'm not sure who wrote what, who wrote the chorus, the verses and stuff like that. And I'm not questioning Bryson Tiller's pen. Not question their penmanship. But I do give it to Often. Like, I feel like I think Wild Thoughts is more like the Weeknd's Often, and you can hear the vocal range in Often, which he goes, and it's a great song. Wow, to finish because they have the same catalog of stuff. However, The Hills, the only song I could find with the same hype as The Hills is Rambo. And I know this is gonna bite me because I said I'm not counting the Weeknd's Rambo, including that he was on the remix of Rambo, Bryson Tiller, and I know I'm not including that because they both did that, so I'm not giving them credit for it. But the original Rambo that's on the Trap Soul original, no remix, I do like that over The Hills. The Hills by The Weeknd, I just do. Now, the video concept might be different. The video concept, I do like The Hills for Rambo. However, this brings me off to Starboy and Set It Off. And I'm gonna have to go Starboy. I like Set It Off, but Starboy just brings you like into a more emotional, brings me more to an emotional mindset, like where I start thinking about love and stuff like that, and I have to give it to him that way. And then it's Wicked Games and Things Change. And I know it feels like I'm picking one and going back and over. And I promise you that was not the goal, but I think when I gave both of these songs the look I gave it to Things Change. Just because Things Change is new, and I like that more than Wicked Games. Now, Wicked Games was good at the time, but I think Change now has a better concept that people can get behind more. Call Out My Name versus Run Me Dry. Now, Run Me Dry, I can relate to a lot, so I'm not discrediting Run Me Dry. However, Call Me Out My Name will always be one of the Weeknd's top songs that no matter where you're at, when it plays, you know, you're definitely gonna bob your head to it, dance to it, you know, do what you do to it. And I think with those two songs overall, I think Call Me Out My Name it's gonna stand better. Now, I couldn't find another female singer between these two. So it was Love Me Harder and Insecure by Ariana Grande, The Weeknd, Love Me Harder, and then Bryson Tiller, Insecure by Just Sullivan. I know I'm going to mess up her first name. Jasmine Sullivan. Which, Insecure is a good song, but Love Me Harder with the Ariana Grande thing it feels different. Even though I do play both these songs in heavy rotation, I think Love Me Harder is more of the path that I was looking for in a love song. Now, I did Often. I did The Hills. Now I did Earn It versus Exchange. And I'm a huge fan of Exchange. I'm sorry. Exchange just has a hole in my heart over Earn It. I Can't Feel My Face over Stay Blessed. Personally, I know I Can't Feel My Face was a big song by The Weeknd. However, Stay Blessed is more like a petty revenge thing for me, and I do like Stay Blessed over more. Even though I'm not discouraging I Can't Feel My Face, but to me personally, I have to give it to Stay Blessed because it just feels right. It feels better than I Can't Feel My Face, but I'm with you, cause I love, stuff like that. I do, but I still have to give Stay Blessed because I Can't Feel My Face feels more pop to me, not R&B wise. I do like The Weeknd's range. However, I had these two last songs, no particular order, and I'm not actually rating these between each other. But I couldn't figure out what to do with these songs. So if I did Pray For Me, I was gonna do Money Problems by Bryson Tiller, which is also on True to Self. However, True to Self had some reviews on it, and I didn't want to do it that way. So these two songs stand by themselves. It's true. Stay Blessed goes true to self, self. But is that for Pray For Me with Kendrick Lamar, with The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar, and Her Fault Love by Blight and Bryson Tiller, which I think they're both great songs. They're on Divine. If you wanted The Weeknd with a pop star, or if you wanted with a real a lyrical artist, then I would definitely give Kendrick a try. However, if you want a better Wale song with a Bryson Tiller spice to it, like a R&B spice to it, I would definitely go to Love or Her Fault with Wale and Bryson Tiller. I just would, because they're now. I know these are. I know these are like 18, 19 songs. So, I definitely put all these in the description. But if you want to listen to rappers with Bryson Tiller, I do prefer, if you're new to Bryson Tiller and you just want to hear him sing like a chorus or something, I would definitely go say listen to Blight with Rose, the rap god Rose, and Bryson Tiller. It was a Bad Boy story, or Bad Boys for Life. And then there was a song with Fat Joe, Bryson Tiller, and I believe Jeremiah, that came out. That if you really want to hear him speak his truth, that's a song I would definitely say go listen to. While they do have great songs, like they have great albums like Behind the Madness, and he has like Trap Soul, True to Self, Anniversary, which I will do another one anniversary one. But Calvin, if you want to listen to more other Weeknd stuff, I would say go listen to Calvin and The Weeknd, or even if you want to hear them both together and see and form an opinion on who makes better music for you, I would definitely go say listen to Rambo, which is Last Blood. It is on the Trap Soul Deluxe. And I honestly would say though, if you're listening to R&B, I think these are the two big artists you're really looking for, either Bryson Tiller or Weeknd. And I just kind of want to put that out there. Yeah, these are all my opinions. Yeah. I'll definitely see y'all in the next one. The song with Fat Joe, that's it. Bryson Tiller is with Dre. And Jeremiah, the song is Hands on You.